Hello, you speakers. I'm Katza.
I'm George.
And I'm Javier.
Today, we present part 2 of our series, Perfect Practice. What do you think, guys?
Oh, well, good things can't come in one. We always need two, right?
Yeah.
Part two is always important.
Of course, you didn't think we were going to cover all that material in one shot, did you?
No,
way.
not one, not one. All right, so stay tuned. Today, you're learning how to perfect your English practice to work towards fluency. Part 2. Welcome to another episode of the You Speak English podcast. Thank you for hitting that play button and subscribing to our podcast channel.
Remember, you can download the script for this podcast. The link is in the description box below. So let's begin with our first section. Most common mistakes advanced learners always make. And I'm going to start with this one, guys. So a big one out there is make and do. And you know why? Because in Spanish, it just means the same as hacer. El verbo hacer, the verb hacer.
Yes.
So when they in English we have make and do it. It's used for different situations. So I'll just list some examples here because there are many fixed phrases that come with make and do. All right, I'll just talk about some of the most common ones when you can use with make, not do. Anytime you're referring to food and preparation of food or cooking. So yeah, I heard the other day somebody say, a student, he said, "Oh, my wife does the best roast beef." I said, it's not does. In this case, it's makes. My wife makes the best roast beef.
Right.
And in this case, it's similar to cooks. Another one, when you're talking about money, cha-ching. Okay. So I've heard, this is a common mistake when students say win. I win $20,000. So you can win it if it's a contest or a lottery.
Or the lottery.
But if it's something that is because of a result of something you did, work, for instance, or a project, you don't say win, you say made. You can say earn, but then the other way of saying the other way you can say is I've made some money. Right. For example, I've heard that Elon Musk, guys, get ready, made over $5 trillion this year.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we are recording our
podcast. We're in the wrong job.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Wrap your mind around that $5 trillion.
Wait, no, now don't wrap your mind about it. Let that sink in.
Yeah. The way he did it, right?
I loved it. Did you see that? He carried a sink. Oh my God.
He's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Another one with make is when you're referring to plans and decisions.
Right.
Yeah, I made a decision. I've made a decision. Okay. I'm going to make a plan.
Right.
But you don't say I do a decision. All right. I think Javier mentioned that in one of our podcasts some time ago.
Exactly.
Okay, one more for make. Feelings. Talking with you guys makes me happy.
Makes you
not does me happy.
Does me happy.
That's right.
Yeah, it does me happy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a common mistake, and it's very understandable because, that's what how you would say it in Spanish. Me hace feliz. Hacer, the verb, make. But no, you're gonna have to say whenever it's referring to feelings, you say make.
Right.
Okay, something that is produced, something referred to manufacturing or production. Okay, and guys, this is not a surprise to you, but mostly everything is made in China nowadays.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
If not everything, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is logical, right? Because most of the products that you buy, it says made in China. It doesn't say done in China. It's made in China. Right? Okay, and I'm gonna go short with the one with do. Do is anything that has to do with work, jobs, tasks, something that's more of a routine.
That's right.
For example, I try to do my job right, not make my job. Or guys, what do you think? I make my homework or I do my homework?
You do your homework.
Do.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
teacher
do.
the teacher makes the homework and then puts it up on the platform.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
But
that's
you, as
right.
a
Your
student, you
teacher
do your
makes you do
homework.
it.
He makes you do it.
Yeah, yeah.
He
At
elaborates.
least that's the idea for some of
We
Not
try.
that
We
they do
try.
it, but
Yeah,
We
they
we
make
try.
you
try
do
our.
it, but not necessarily you
Yeah,
will
I
do
know.
it.
So you know, I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about.
No names. No names.
Okay, or when we're referring to non-specific things, like we need to do something about this.
Right.
We can't. I don't know what, but it's something. It's not specific. You don't say
Right.
we need to make something. We need to do something about it. All right.
That's right.
Last one. Favors.
Mhm.
Ketsa, do me a favor.
Yes.
All right. So, hey, can you do
Anything.
me a favor, Javier?
Mm.
All right. So you don't say make me a favor. You say do a favor.
me
Do
a
Only if I
someone a
only if I
favor.
can make you a question.
Okay.
No,
No, don't say
no,
that. No.
Right.
Ask
no.
no, I can't make a question. Why not? No, you
Ah.
ask a question.
All
Don't make a
right.
question.
Yes.
Okay. That's
right,
it for
that's
me for
nice.
this.
That's really
Javier,
cool.
you take it away,
Thanks.
Javier.
Okay, now one of my favorite ones are bad
Mm.
collocations with the word put. You know, a lot of words,
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of things we use in word in Spanish with put.
Uh-huh.
For example, hey, can you put that song again? I really like
Oh,
it.
no.
We don't say that. We say
No.
play,
Play.
play. Yeah, play that
Yes.
song again. Play it again,
Play that
Sam.
song.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to put this movie again. I like to watch it. No, I'm gonna
Right.
play this movie again. And my
Mm.
favorite one. Please, please don't say this
Please.
anymore. Please.
It just
Hey,
hurts.
can you put attention, please? Put
Put
attention.
attention.
Put
Put
attention.
attention. No.
No,
That's a big one.
I know we pay attention.
we do.
We
We
pay
pay
attention.
attention.
And
Yes.
if you want a trick to remember that, you can say, I'm so poor that I can't pay attention. Thank you.
All right. But why you
What
put
about
that
you,
face?
Ketsa?
Why do you
What
put
ab-
that face?
Why did you put that face, Katsa,
Put
when I
that
said my
face. Yeah, you're
Why
right.
did you put that face when I said my joke, huh?
Don't put that
No.
face, okay?
Don't put that
Okay.
face. No, don't
Don't
say
put the
put face.
face.
Don't put the
No,
face.
no. Put
Uh-huh.
face is wrong.
So,
It's
how would you
wrong.
say it instead of putting a face? You would
We say,
say,
well, don't make that face.
Make a
uh-huh.
face.
There
Yes.
you go.
Make a
Wow.
Oh,
face.
it
Make it
totally matches with
do.
George's contribution to the
Everything,
first
guys, is
section.
perfectly
Yeah,
planned here.
it is.
It's all perfectly
If
choreographed. We
not,
just
we
like to have
make it
fun.
till we fake it.
Where have I heard that before?
Oh, mic drop, mic drop.
All right. I have one. I have
Sure.
only one. I feel so embarrassed right now
Just-
because I only have one. I only brought one.
Oh, it's
Because
okay. It's
I
a
really
good one.
I
If it's a
really
good
don't
one,
want to waste,
can
well, I
make
mean,
another
not
one.
waste, but I really don't want to use up all my, my mistakes that I've written down from my
Yeah.
classes. I just want to administer them one by one. Depend off. It's something that the preposition off after the word
Uh-huh.
depend. It's something that we use in Spanish, depende de, right? Dependiendo de, or
Ah.
whatever. So we actually in English, we don't say that. We don't say it with that preposition. We say depending on or depend on. Okay, according to
Ah.
context, but depend off, wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's a big one too. I've heard it a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Well, moving on to our next, my favorite section is cosas en español que no tenemos en inglés.
That's right.
All right, George
¿Qué?
got one. Just got
¿Qué
it.
dijiste, Javier?
Cosas.
Yeah.
Don't make me say it again. All right, George, say it.
All right. Okay, good. So, ya mero, Javier. Ya mero.
What is mero? What is
Mero. Well, you know,
Mero.
ya mero is widely used as casual way to express that we're about to finish or start an activity. In this context, this slang expression will be translated as almost or about something to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Isn't this a common question kids ask you when you're driving them to the beach or something or a trip, and they're always asking you, yeah, mero, and it's
Are we
every
there yet?
5
Mero,
minutes.
mero.
And well, it's in English you say, are we almost there? Are we almost there? Almost.
Almost. How much is a
yeah.
mero?
Yeah.
One mero,
And there's
two mero.
one more with mero. You know, have you guys heard this el mero mero?
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Like he's
the big cheese.
the big
yeah, he's a big
kahuna.
cheese, the big enchilada, the big
Uh-huh.
shot. He's a big
Yeah,
shot. He's
that's
number
right.
one here. Yeah,
Why is
he's
And
it in
then
Spanish we tend to use like double words like mero mero or luego
mero mero.
luego? Why do we
Luego,
say that?
luego.
What's it like?
in case
To
you
be
didn't
emphatic,
hear me.
Javier. To be emphatic. We
But it
want to
just doesn't make
emphasize.
sense. It just okay, fine,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
Katza, what about you? What do you got?
I got meter la pata.
Oh, okay. That sounds
I've
fun.
So,
seen that too.
literally, we would translate this as put in your foot in your mouth,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the equivalent in English would be that. But there are actually two equivalents that could fit perfectly here. One
Mm.
is screw up or mess up. Screw up, by
Uh
the way, is not a bad word.
huh. It's not.
So
No, it's not a really
it's
bad
not a
word.
really
Yeah, screw
bad
up.
word.
Uh-huh.
And put my foot in my mouth, that would be the the second equivalent. So we
Mm.
don't have to put your foot somewhere inside somewhere. No, impossible. That's not doesn't work.
I can't take that picture out of my head right now. Somebody with their foot in
Put
their
in their
mouth.
mouth. They would have to be pretty flexible.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
would
think
have
I'm.
to.
I think I'm
Yoga
very
and
Exactly.
flexible.
Pilates, Javier. Yoga and
Pilates, Pilates,
Yoga and
Pilates.
Pilates. There you go.
Pilates,
Yoga and
yes,
Pilates. There you go.
for
Well,
sure.
my guys came up actually a couple of years ago. I was in a class and it took a while because we were talking about different schools, and my students they were really happy with the quality that we have at Uspk. And one of my students said, no es una escuela patito. And
Patito.
patito, what is that?
Patito.
And I looked it up. Patito is a little duck.
A
Yeah,
And
it
duckling.
is a little
Duckling.
apparently that's bad. What is that?
Yeah,
Why? Why is
low
that? And
quality.
low
Yes,
quality patito. Can you guys give me an example other than school? Because I hear it a lot with escuela patito. But can I have a
escuela
carro
patito.
patito?
Yeah,
Can I have a
Yeah, you can have
tennis shoes.
anything.
anything patito?
Anything low
Really?
quality is patito. Yes.
They
Oh
can use
my
patito and
god!
everything.
Yeah.
Give me one.
Anything.
I had never heard it to be honest.
Yeah, it's
Other
like, for
than
example,
schools.
this dress I'm wearing, it's patito because it was really cheap, for
And it's low
example.
quality. It's probably gonna
Hmm.
wash away the second time you wash it, right?
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my god, I never that.
That's
And
patito.
I'm trying to correlate it, guys. And the closest I can come up with is Mickey Mouse in English. But
Oh, but
Mickey
that's about
Mouse,
fixing something up, like patch it up.
yeah,
But
like
no, it's
patching.
not efficiently.
No, but that's only in the Latino community. Cuando haces un
Oh,
Mickey Mouse, it's something that like a quick fix. But in America,
exactly.
like more Americanized English, but Mickey Mouse means like not high quality. Look, George
Ah,
gets really good grades in high school because he takes those Mickey Mouse classes, all right? Not the college accepted ones.
to get grades, to
You
get
take those Mickey
extra
Mouse
credit.
classes like home economics,
Oh,
and English one. Yeah, I no wonder he gets good grades. And that was actually said to me once. You take those Mickey Mouse classes. I was like, Mickey Mouse? How the hell
mm,
did you associate Mickey Mouse? The world's more.
I didn't know that. I think it
Yeah,
was just
look,
a quick fix. I thought it was just that,
no, this
a
is
quick
actually
fix.
it's one of the examples that we're talking about, and we're gonna have to do a podcast on just that. Among the Mexican community or Latino community, particularly in California, a quick fix is hacer un Mickey Mouse, like a quick fix. You're not gonna repair the whole tire; you just make a quick fix, and so just to get home, yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Just Mickey
okay.
Mouse it and go
yeah.
home.
But really, in English, it's something like not necessarily not high quality, but not highly challenging
Right.
Okay.
or low
Okay.
reputable.
Hmm.
So
Patito.
Patito.
Patito. Little duckling.
Little
Little
Well,
duckling.
ducks are
duckling.
cute. Why is
Quack,
that
quack.
bad? Why is that bad?
All
All
right,
right,
very
Oh, all
guys.
good.
right.
So,
Okay,
okay,
let's go
now,
to the
yeah,
main
let's go to the
topic.
next part.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
to
our
the
main topic today,
Mhm.
guys. So, main
Yes.
topic is what? This is part 2, remember?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
In
right.
part 1, we talked about, techniques, 3 of the 7 techniques to perfect your English practice and work towards fluency. Today, we're sharing the other 4 techniques. So, take out your notebook or download this episode so you do not
Go
forget.
over
This
again.
is so important. This is gold, guys. This is gold. Write it down, okay?
Yeah.
Javier, take it away.
Okay, so that's right. Here we go. This is something that I totally advocate, guys. If there's something that you want to learn, teach it to somebody else.
No,
Actually, I tell my students, if you guys want to make sure that you learn today's grammar, go home and teach it to somebody else, to your wife, your son, your brother, and say,
Yeah.
Katza, I'm going to show you passive voice today. Okay, fine. If there comes a point in time when Katza says, but what about this? And you can't answer it, go back and ask your teacher again.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really, that's the reason we teachers never forget so much grammar that we taught over the years, because we teach it to
Yeah,
somebody else.
yeah, we've
Period.
taught it so many,
There
so
was a
many
point in
times.
time when in my life, when I stopped teaching for a couple of years. I was in the States, and I did forget a lot of grammar simply because I stopped teaching it. And well, the good thing is when I came back, I picked it up. But
Right,
try something, you want to learn it really, really well, teach it to someone else.
right. Okay, nice.
Nice.
All
What
right,
about you
so
guys?
to number 5,
Uh-huh.
this is would be technique number 5. Test your skills from time to time. Now, if you're attending an English class, for sure you're getting tested and graded for your performance, right? But if you're learning through self-study, make sure you test all your skills. The internet is swarming with free access to websites, gaming sites, apps, you name it. There's lots of material out there to get your skills tested. All 4 skills. Don't forget, English is about 4 skills, not only speaking. You have to test your grammar, obviously your writing, your listening, your speaking as well. Your reading for sure.
Mhm.
So test,
Mm,
test, and test, and test. Learn from your
interesting.
mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and do it again. Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
good.
there's an advantage. Nobody's looking at you. So
Well,
Yeah, totally.
if you mess up,
what's the word, George? What's not measurable is not, what is it?
You can improve on.
You can't improve on it. If you can't
exactly.
measure
Yeah,
it, you
you
can't
can't
improve
You
on
measure.
it.
You
can't
can
improve.
improve on
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
So
That's right.
All right, good.
Yeah. What
Hey,
about
well, yeah, I got here number 6,
right?
and it's spaced repetition. All right, no, it's not the space out there,
outer
where
space.
aliens are, not on the moon. The space, that means, there's a space between your repetition. So yes, you heard me, repetition, but we're not talking about repeating the same word 100 times until you learn it. We're
No.
talking about learning something today and going back to it from time to time.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's right.
If you're already doing, you're already doing this if you're a student. Okay. But if you're not a student yet,
Mhm.
well, try to include this in your daily practice. Have fun and always try to learn from the mistakes you've made, like Jakatsa just mentioned. For example, 3 or 4 weeks ago, you learned some new phrases, vocabulary, structure. Okay, don't just let it leave it there sitting in your notebook. Okay, go back, practice it again this week, and find an excuse to use it in real context. Yeah. All right.
That's
Javier, what
right.
about you?
Well, I totally agree, George. Particularly, this is one of the many tips that we give our students here at Uspk. We tell our students to write things down in a notebook, and then go over it tonight, and then go over it tomorrow afternoon, and then go over it tomorrow
Next week.
morning, next week, and space it. First
Mhm.
space it very closely, like every 3 hours, and then every 10 hours, or every 2 days. But you got to go back and review it to really make sure that it is in your mind. The idea here, guys, is to take your brain from short-term memory to long-term memory. That's really the
That's right.
key. That's really the key right here. Otherwise, if you just see it once, like, yeah, it's in my notebook, your brain will say like, oh, so we don't need it. Okay, fine. Let me put it here in my imaginary brain file.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's not
this
gonna
is my
work.
trash bin.
And finally, number 7, avoid procrastination.
Yes.
It's not
Ooh.
in. It's oh yeah. Do you guys know what procrastination is? It's just
You're
putting
just
things
putting
off.
Mañana.
mañana
Tomorrow, I
or
know
Mañana.
tomorrow,
later or
later.
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Ahorita no.
I don't want to do it
Ahorita.
now.
I
Actually,
want to do it
guys.
right now.
Ahorita.
Actually, guys, you didn't know this, but today we celebrate National Procrastination Week. So we're gonna celebrate probably
Next week.
yeah,
Yeah,
next
let's just
week.
leave for next
Yeah, let's
week.
just,
It's better.
yeah,
Yeah, not
okay,
this
there you
week.
go. So we're not gonna celebrate. Fine. No, don't do that. Stop procrastinating. Okay, so because it's not an initial thing that you procrastinate in order to cope with stress. You say like, I have so many things to do, so I'll just put it off, and you put it off, and there goes another week, and there goes another month, and there goes your life. You're not gonna get to where you want to
Mhm.
be if you keep putting it off. You
Right.
put
Yeah.
your nose to the grindstone and hit those books. Go do what you have
Yeah.
to do. We at USpeak, we give you lots of tools, we give you lots of tips, and we guide you in a way, but it's 50-50. That's kind of our
Yes.
say. You do half,
Yeah.
what we do half, and we'll get you there.
That's
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah. If
All
we
right.
keep procrastinating, stress can get it get in the way for sure. If because then you're gonna be thinking, oh man, I needed to do this, but okay, what the hell? I'm gonna do it
And you
later.
know, one of the reasons
But
that
you're gonna get stressed because you didn't do it.
and
So
stress is not a bad thing. You know, a lot of
no,
people
no.
tell me like, teacher, I get nervous when I talk to native speakers. Well, I do too.
Yeah.
Everybody takes
Mhm.
nervous, you know? We
Yeah.
all get nervous, but you learn how to manage stress. And you
Yeah.
think, okay, is my English good enough to manage this situation? If it's not, then you got to work at it. And if it is,
Yeah.
pat yourself in the back. You're doing a good job. Okay. But
Exactly.
you got to
Exactly.
face your stress.
Yeah,
All right.
that's for sure.
Totally.
For sure. For
Okay.
sure. I have an extra tip. Okay.
Okay.
So this is
Oh,
like a
woo.
freebie.
Right.
Yeah.
Freebie. Ooh.
Freebie.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Bonus round.
Reassessing is the final tip. Reassessing because obviously we're giving you 7 techniques that you're not gonna use all of them, right? You're not gonna use
We hope
all
you
of our
We
do.
hope you
techniques.
do. Yeah.
But or if you do, but then you will find some that will work better for you and others that won't.
True.
So reassess and make sure that you reassess everything you do and then decide whether it's serving you or is it just simply not working for you.
Mm,
Establish your own priorities and work with what you feel is most comfortable for you.
yeah. All
Yeah, for
right.
sure. So you
Cool.
can
All
have a good
right.
time,
Nice.
enjoy. That's it. That's
Cool.
it. So that was it. That was part 2 of our 7 techniques to perfect your English practice to work towards
All
Okay,
fluency.
guys.
right.
So
Let's wrap things
Okay.
up.
let's make things like a Christmas present and wrap it up.
Let's wrap this
Let's
up.
do it. Let's wrap this up. All right,
All
guys.
right. Okay. Well, until next time, guys, and it's always good talking to you. And see you next week.
Okay. So make
Yes.
sure you do everything we said, like we said it, or we'll be
Uh-huh.
back at you next week.
We'll be
Uh-huh.
back.
We'll be
We'll be
back. We're
back.
watching you.
We'll be watching
We'll be
you.
back.
Okay, this is it for today. Thank you to all of our audience out there. And remember to subscribe to our channel. If you like this podcast, please share it with all your friends. You should also check our our YouTube channel. You can check out the video versions of the podcast. And of course, you are more than welcome to comment on them. You can also visit our website where you will find articles about English practice and learning. And remember,
Perfect practice.
Makes.
perfect.
All
All
right.
right.
Good.
Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. Until next time. Bye bye.
All right.